Hi, it's me, Jessie from the Ether Channel. Just a quick disclaimer. This is for educational and entertainment purposes. Take what resonates and leave the rest. All readings are timeless. Oh, I think we have some general energy already. Hold on. Oh, goodness. Oh, wow. This is good. So today does happen to be January 1st. Not that it matters. But what a great way to start off the new year. We have the Six of Wands, which is the victory card. So whatever you've been working on, or if you've been going through a hard time, or just generally working on something, it's looking pretty successful. I think you have been working on it. It's not just something that's just going to pop up on you. It's something you were actively pursuing. So if things were a little unequal or seemed a little unfair, they're going to balance out with the Two of Pentacles and the cause and effect. If you were able to keep your, it's looking like you were able to keep your intentions pure, and it's a great way for victory, even though sometimes it seems like you might want to fight lies with lies, or fire with fire, or hate with hate, or not knowing how the truth is going to come out. I'm hearing something like the truth is going to come out. It's going to balance, and you might need to take a little action, but before I get too ahead of myself, let's see what else we have here. Something to do with a contract, I believe. There's a coming together with the Three of Pentacles. I think it's a contract or a deal. I'm just going to remind you that if you're doing this during retrograde, not to be afraid so much of Mercury retrograde, but to be careful. Just be thorough with the details and try to go into things with a clear head and communicate clearly, especially because other people who might not be familiar with the energy might not have that advantage of knowing to come into things with a clear head. I know it's kind of mean, but I always think that once retrograde hits, I kind of have an advantage over other people, just in terms of me knowing to take that extra care while people are kind of out there not aware of the energies that might be causing some of the manifestations on the physical earth. This also might have something to do with soul contracts. I think something might be closing out, balancing out. We have the Seven of Pentacles. So I think there might have been quite a few things you've been working on, like probably upgrading in most areas of your life. It's kind of like getting the general idea that everything's kind of about to level up. And if you were going through a hard time, maybe it was just to get some clarity, to level up, to push you closer to the things that you desired, that you might not have seen how to get there. Take some time to kind of admire things, because I think there's a really strong victory coming in soon, and it's going to be like very legitimate. I'm thinking, especially if it has to do with legalities, I think it's very legitimate. I know a lot of people kind of try to con, or I don't know what's, somebody has a little bit of power, they try to push it on to people, and I just, you know, real power comes from within. And I think especially if this is a legal issue, you're going to come to some kind of resolution. It's going to be really fair, and really fair. If it didn't seem fair before, it's about to be really fair. And you put a lot of work into this, and I think people are about to see that. I think you may have even done most of it by yourself. And I think people are really going to see that when a lot of people were doubting you. They didn't know what you were doing behind the scenes. I think they're about to see just how much work you put in, and how successful it's really going to turn out. It could also have to do with a job. Maybe some of you are writers. We have the Fool. There's something you might be scared to do right now. Like I said with retrograde, make sure you clear your head, but I think it's okay to take that leap of faith. I think it's going to be very successful in the long run. If there's something you've been really scared to do and you're not sure how it turns out, and you think, oh, this is, something that might come back to me, or I might lose something I really care about, or it doesn't seem like the most stable choice. I'm not reading all these. Just had like 15 cards jump out. It might not seem like it's going to be stable, but I think you should take that leap of faith. Maybe you're clinging to the past. I've got the Six of Cups here. Maybe you've been kind of clinging to the past and remembering how things didn't work out before. I think they might be really successful at this point in time. And if maybe you feel that something before, maybe it's time to try again. Even maybe a little bit, just tweak it a little bit differently. So we're getting the Eight of Cups. So I think that has to do with the fear too. Walk away from your fears. They're holding you back. Oh, okay, I'll be back. We've got a bunch of jobbers today. Okay. Yeah, so I would just, I know it's easier said than done, but I would look toward the success. Keep your eyes on the prize. I guess they say hate cliches, but keep your keep your eyes facing forward on the success, and walk away from that fear of what could happen or what has happened in the past. Maybe it also has to do with relationships. There's a lot of pentacles here. Maybe you're scared to make a business partnership because people have used you in the past, or you're scared to get in a romantic relationship because they've been toxic and abusive in the past. And I think maybe there's a new partnership coming in and you might be scared because of experiences you've had as well. And I think it's okay to take a leap of faith at this point in time. There's going to be a solid victory. Yeah, we've got the Knight of Wands, which to me kind of signifies moving forward, being very passionate. It's coming in very fast. This is something you're really passionate about. I don't know if it's somebody maybe you really like. Maybe it has to do with your family, or maybe it has to do... I'm getting the impression like it's going to touch most areas of your life. Kind of like full speed ahead. Speaking of walking away from fear and then full speed ahead, I think it's coming in rather fast. Something you're very passionate about. Chariot. So I think you're having a whole mental shift right now. And you know the truth. You can see it within you. I think there's a whole mental shift going on. Like you're going from fear, and I think you can feel it, the success, but there's still might be some doubts and some resistance, and I don't think that's necessary. Understandable, but not necessary. I think the truth is that you're a very true person, And I think you're having a mental shift where you're starting to believe in yourself a lot more. Maybe some things had to happen because you didn't believe in yourself. You didn't think some things were possible for you. You didn't know how you were ever going to get them. And I think it's coming in fast. You're about to see a lot of success in those things that you were scared of. This could even be a marriage. Some of you might be getting married. I'm getting it's strongly probably about relationships or work, financial. Some of you might be entrepreneurs, or you might be getting a new job and you don't know if it's the right one for you. And I say just take a leap of faith, even if it's just a step to getting closer to where you wanted to be. I don't know if we really need any clarity cards today. That was pretty straightforward. Yeah, we've got, see, we've got the Queen of Cups, which is strong emotional stability. And, yeah, I think we have the strong intuition, and then we have the overall energy is broken heart, but I don't think it pertains to that, because right underneath it, is the High Priestess, which is also very intuitive and seeing beyond the veil, and seeing past earthly matters, and knowing the way through the truth of that Ace of, I want to say Ace of Spades, which is the same thing, Ace of Swords. You'll be moving into your truth, your most authentic self. I think when you do this, you're going to feel who you really are, especially if it's a job, or you might be coming into a relationship or a partnership where somebody really appreciates you for who you are, and people are going to see that success. And I think some of the readings have been pointing to having having a new circle come in of friends, and I think you're going to finally get to be your full authentic self. Maybe that wasn't always safe to do in the past. I know that that's another thing that's easier said than done, being your authentic self, because some of us, our authentic selves might look a little crazy to other people, or as long as you're not hurting anybody, what is it hurting, right? And so under that, I know I shuffled, it was the 10 of Cups. Oh, it's still there. So that's why I think the healing process is done. Yeah, and you have really good karma, because you chose to heal and not hurt other people. Yeah, see, I think your heart may have been broken in the past, not where some of the fears are. You might have gained success and had it taken away, but this feels more long term. And I think what you did instead of hurting other people was get some rest and kind of meditated on it. Packed up the old life and kind of moved on. Queen of Wands started a fresh new life, and it's coming in, and it is going to be very stable. I was getting that before I even came across the Four of Wands. And yeah, I think it's very, yeah, I'm getting kind of the same energy underneath it. Like it was stable before. Maybe you kept losing things because you were in more of a poverty mindset, Five of Pentacles before, but I don't think you're there anymore. I think you're happy with where you're at, and because of that, that's why the success is coming in, because you're not in that place of yearning and wanting, and you're just kind of appreciating everything that's going on, and because of that, you are already living your true authentic self. And I think that's going to bring in now the people that are going to appreciate that, and not kind of kick dirt at you for who you are, not try to tear you down or get jealous of your success, or people that lift you up. And I get the sense that you're that kind of person, just making that decision to have that ego death. You might just I'm getting the idea here that you're very much alike to people, and they can see that with the Hermit. And you're very in alignment at this time, and I think there's going to be great success. You got the Three of Cups um, and the Queen of the Nine of Pentacles. Very independent. I think you persevered to get to that point where you're very independent. And I think if there was anybody that hurt you in the past, they're going through a Tower moment, because right before this is if there was anybody spying on you or trying to steal from you. Yeah, especially with the Six of Pentacles right underneath it, things are going to balance out there. They're seeing that there's a wall in between you and them, and now they're going to have to see you get rich. Yeah, Nine of Cups. So I think that's where I'm going to kind of close the tarot section off. I'm just going to pull one more energy card. We've got the Sun card too. So I think there's being light shed on anybody who may have been intentionally hurting you for their own gain, for whatever that gain was. I don't know why people do that. There's so much abundance. I think some people think that if you get abundance, it's taking it away from them, and that's never the case. There's no like pipeline of that's going to run into a shortage. It's kind of relative, and there's a niche for every single person. You're not taking anything from anybody for you to be happy, and for you to feel abundant. It's not taking away from anybody. So I think there's going to be some good times coming up. I mean, you probably couldn't get, those are my favorite cards. Six of Wands and the Sun. Ten of Cups. That's a really good reading. I haven't had a reading that good in a while, actually. And just getting to be your true, authentic self, I think is... I think there's going to be a success that comes with it this time, though. I think you've been your authentic self and healing for a while and learning how to be yourself. And you're at that point now where that is you. And yeah, it's going to bring in huge success. Let's pull some Oracle just to maybe close this off. I'd love to get some new Oracle decks soon for you guys. We'll see what's... yeah. So we must choose. So I think the only real advice I have here is maybe if you've been looking in the past too much, which is another thing. How do you look a different way? Just think, stop that. Kind of makes you dig in more sometimes. And I think to make that choice to move on and leave who you were and the people who don't appreciate you behind. Anything that's not serving you. Mercury retrograde is a great time to leave anything that's not serving you behind. And it's time to act now. You can't make this stuff up. It's time to make this decision now where you're living your most authentic self and you're following your dreams now. I think you've been living in your authentic self for quite a while, but now it's time to follow your dreams. In alignment with that, I'm getting it's safe now, because maybe it always wasn't. And yeah, I think, see, a lot of it might have had to do with doubt. This one says you can achieve great things, and I think you need to believe in that. Focus on your power. You're very protected right now, and your life is sweet. I think you're about to have a real happily ever after kind of stuff coming in. What a great way to start the new year. And whenever you see this video, it might not be the new year, it might be 2 years down the road for all I know, but because these videos are timeless. So just, wow, that's such a good reading. It's good energy too. I feel very not overexcited where you might, but like very content and excited and happy. I always think happy is the best abundance. So that's just me. I mean, all the money in the world, if I'm not happy, it doesn't mean anything. I've been so happy without money. So money just makes it so you can be a little bit more free, right? And I think keeping your eyes I think you're gonna have that too, that financial freedom coming up, or a dream job coming in. Um, uh, Best of luck, you guys. That's a great reading. This is great energy, and I hope you feel it too. And I'm so excited for you guys. I hope it goes really well. Remember to like, share, subscribe if you feel so inclined. I really appreciate you guys being here. Thanks. Till next time. Bye.